Hello guys, welcome to another episode of our tutorial. Today we're going to be learning how to make this light effect. If you're new here, kindly subscribe and share this video. So we'll be going to get our images. The images are in the link in the description. So we'll place the image, first of all, we'll place the image in the canvas and adjust. So we'll place the image and adjust. So adjust to the parts where the size where you're comfortable, with, and then you place the other image, place the other image, which is the second image there. Rasterize, right click and rasterize layer. Would adjust it to the side where we want it to be, and then we're going to be placing the last image afterwards. So we're placing the last image. You go to file, place embed, then that's the last image and click on place. So the images are going to be on the link in the description, so you can download them, download the images. The images are up for download. So right click and rasterize. So afterwards we'll start with our light. So click on the layer, the last layer. Mind you, the last layer is very easy to get. You just click on the last layer, which is white. Then you click on filter, and then you create a solid color at the background. I don't know if you understand me, but let's just go with the flow. Now, in order for us to get a background light, we'll have to go to tool. You go to your brush tool. You can just simply press B, adjust, change the color, and then you draw. Now there are some parts where I don't want you click rather, or there are some parts I don't want where I don't want my the color to affect. So I'm going to use the eraser tool. I used E, and then I'll clean that area. That was what I just did. I cleaned that area. So please pardon me if the voice is not matching with the video. I have to do them separately. When I get good equipment, I'll be making standard tutorials, but for now, please just make sure you learn. So I'm going to adjust again the lightings. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to drop questions in the comments and I'll be answering your questions. So next step is that I'm going to place the sparkles, which is sparkles that are in the folder. Right click and rasterize, change the blend mode from normal to screen, or let's use linear dodge. So we'll use linear dodge. I prefer using linear dodge. So that's the first sparkle we have, and we're going to be doing the second one, the second sparkle. So you place the second sparkle and sparkle light, and you adjust, take it to the top. After taking it to the top, then right click, rasterize. The same thing we're going to do. Ctrl T to bring out our transform. You press Ctrl and T, then also you take your blend mode to linear dodge, your blend mode to linear dodge, and then there are some areas where at the bottom that is looking that is still showing, and we want to paint that part out. We want that area to be black. Under is armpit area, so we would use the regular tool that we've been using to erase, which is our eraser tool. You press E and then right click to bring out the settings, adjust the settings, and then right click, let me zoom in. So you right click, sorry about that, you right click, zoom in, right, use the eraser tool, that's the eraser tool, E. You can use E to bring it out, and then you can increase the size from right clicking and adjusting that part. Right click and clean on the layers that are having the colors. It might be this the yellow ones, might be the sparkles, so just make sure you clean all of them. So afterwards, we're going to our first step. Click on the filter gallery, click on solid color, and pick this color, this light shade of color. I will drop the color samples. So right click, then after you've created the solid color, click on that white marks that is there and press Ctrl plus I to invert it. Then you go to your brush tool, click on your brush
subscribe,
tool,
like,
reduce the size of the brush.
you can follow me on
and start
Instagram and on
painting
X,
at
wherever you're
the
watching
edges of
from. Please follow.
the image rather. Start painting the edge of the image. Now it's very simple. Just like I said, after you've created the solid color, you go to the white marks. There's a white panel at the solid color. You right click and invert it. You invert, you press Ctrl plus I. Now you change your color blend mode, which is the from normal, you change it to color dodge. It was at normal, but we'll change it to color dodge. So after changing it to color dodge, you paint the edges. Go to your brush tool, which is B. Just use B. Go to your brush tool and start painting all the edges. Start painting the edges of the image. It's simple. Don't worry, you can do it. You can do it. So afterwards, we'll go to solid color again. We'll pick a thick color that looks like the sun, because that's the concept of our light. Pick it, pick it out, create clipping marks. You go to the layer, the marks, press Ctrl and I to invert it. Change the blend mode to linear dodge. The first one was color dodge. The second one now is linear dodge. Now you go to your brush tool again, which is B. You use B, or then you go to your marks, the which is the black part. Then you start, after pressing your BO, you start painting the edges again for the second time. You start painting the edges. Now, if you look at it, the second one is different. It makes it realistic. Can you see it? It makes it realistic. So the second one is different. You paint the edges, paint, just paint, paint. Make sure that when you press your B2, if you press your B, which is the brush tool, and you are painting and you're not seeing anything, it means that your color is your brush color is in black. So you have to change the color from black to white. So but in order to do that, just press X, just press the X key and it will be white. So all you just have to do is just paint the edges, just draw the painting of the edges. So that's that for the first one. And I'm just going to adjust the feather to make it blend more. Just like you increasing the opacity. Can you see what it's doing? So I'm just going to adjust the feather. So I'm okay with that. Adjust the feather from properties. You can do that from properties to the part to your taste. Adjust it to your taste. Now we're creating a color and brightness slash contrast. You increase the brightness and then you create clipping marks. Create a clipping mask. Go to the marks, which is the white part. Press Ctrl and I to invert it.
This course is
Go
for
to your
you.
brush tool, which is
Click
B.
on the link in my
Increase
bio to register.
the
And
size
I'll see
to
you in
whatever
the next
size
video.
that you want to use, and then paint on the edges. This is too much, so I'm going to reduce the opacity. Yes, this is perfect. So paint on the edges. Paint on the edges again. So it makes your image looks realistic. The brightness from the light behind is now entering the image, so it's bright. So you paint on the edges, the parts where you've painted before. So I'm just going to make it fast because of the length of the tutorial, and I reduced the feather. So the next thing we're going to do is place our second image. But before we do that, I want to place a light source. The light source is still inside. The light source is still inside the folder in the description. Right click and rasterize. I'm going to duplicate this so that I don't have to go back again. I'll change the blend mode to screen and then increase the size. After increasing the size, I want to make it more of orange instead of yellow. So I'll press Ctrl plus B, which is color balance. And I'll adjust the red to the end, and then I'll adjust the yellow a little so that it gives me that orange by the yellow and red. So it's going to add some orange to it, and then I'll click on OK. So after that, we've gotten that for our first image. We're going to add the second image. Before I do that, let me drag this to the top place. I duplicated the light effect just to add some liveliness to the image. So there is a color coming from the edge. I want to use eraser tool to blend the light very well. So I'm going to clean these edges, the eraser. So you just press E for shortcuts. And then I like this. I think this is okay for me. This is okay for me. Then I'm going to duplicate it again and take it to the top and invert vertical, right click. You can do that by clicking Ctrl T, right click, and then you see flip vertical. So let's go to filter, the same layer, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. I want this thing to be looking to blend in. So increase. So afterwards, click on OK when you are satisfied with the blur. Click on OK. So yes, I think we're good for our second image now. We're ready for it. We're ready for it. Okay. Let's just add something to a texture to the background. Click on place from the texture there. Then right click on the layer, rasterize layer, and yes, I'm good with this. So let's go to the second image. We'll repeat the same process for the second image, the same process that we did on the first image. So adjust the image to whatever you're comfortable with. For this one, I'm still going to just add some more light effects. That's just because I want to add some more light effects. So you already know the process. It's not going to be that hard. You already know the process. So for this, I'm just trying to make sure that the lights are balanced, and I'm adjusting it from the brightness and saturation, brightness slash contrast layer that I created, and I'm still going to add from the other layers as well. I just want it to be more, realistic, and the lights um to be more on the image. So let's go to the second image, go to filter and create this solid color again. Right click, create clipping mask. Remember the process. Then you change the blend mode to color dodge, and then from the max, click on the max, which is the white place, and then Ctrl plus I to invert. Go to your brush tool, make the size very small, zoom in. That's if you want to zoom in, but just make sure you zoom in to get the best painting. So you start painting the edges, to bring that light effect back. You start painting the edges. So I'm going to make this a little bit faster. So we paint the edges, paint everywhere. Then we'll do the same after this part. Then we'll go back, filter, and then we'll make solid color again. Solid color, orange. Remember, then change the blend mode to linear dodge, which is linear dodge add. Then right click on the first one and create clipping mask. Go to the mask, which is the white place, that white box. Right click on the mask, press Ctrl plus I to invert the mask. Go to your brush tool and start painting again for the second time. Start painting again. This will now give you the main yellow effect, which is the light that is coming from behind. This is going to give you that effect. Can you see that it's giving me the effect already? So I'm just going to paint. Just follow the process. Follow the process if you have some computer. Follow the process. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone that might have need for it. So you create the brightness and contrast layer, just like we did in the first image, the same process, and you reduce the size, invert the layer marks, increase the feather from your properties. Now you see I made that mistake just now. I was trying to paint but it was not working. That was because my brush color was at black. So your brush color must be white if your layer mask is black, and if your layer mask is black, your brush color must be white in order for it to reflect. So that's why I had to go to the brush color just now and change it, and now I'm painting the edges, so it gives me that light and bright effect. So I'm painting those parts, and yes, it's now looking too white. So I'm going to add some more yellow to it because the light coming behind is a yellow light. So we'll do that shortly. We'll do that now. Let's see. I think I like this, but I would like to reduce the lights in his beard. Let's reduce the light. It's looking a bit realistic right now. So let's reduce the light in his beard. So you the same process, you invert the layers. When we wanted to add light, it was black, it was white. Now I want to add remove light from the beard. You just go to the layer, the marks, the different layers, invert, change the brush color to black and paint. Can you see how we've reduced it? We've reduced it now. So now I want to add more lighting, more of yellow to his body. So you do the same process. You know the process of how to add yellow. You go to the marks, change it to your brush tool, which is B, and then make it white and add some colors. Just brush paint through the areas where you want to add the colors. Just paint through the areas. So I'm just adding colors to the ear part as a reflection of the light that is coming. So that leads us to the next image. The same process. It's just simple. Same process. Same thing. So I believe you already know the process. You just create your solid color from your filters at the bottom. So you paint, make sure your color is in dodge mode, and then you paint the edges. Paint the edges till you're comfortable with the results. For this one, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be painting some parts of his shirt to make it look more realistic so it blends very well. So just keep watching. If you have questions, drop your questions in the comment section. I'll do well to answer them. And but if you want me to make another tutorial, also drop them in the comment section. So just follow the same process. Follow the same process. I'm just going to be fast because I've explained it before. You can also reduce the speed of the video. You can reduce the speed from the settings in YouTube. So sorry, on YouTube rather. And so you can reduce the speed. You know how? Just check. You'll see the play video speed, playback speed. Yes, I think that's it. So feel free to reduce it. So I'm just painting around the edges that needs painting, and you remember our brightness and contrast, which we have to also work on. Now if you see, I'm painting those yellow part, the purple part of the his shirt, just so it looks bright, because you can't have a bright light shining from his back and then his shirt is looking dark. There's some part of his shirt that will be looking dark, so I had to paint those parts as well to make it look realistic. I increased the color, the brightness, and I'm still painting, and I'm on the brightness slash contrast layer. Now you might find this video a bit um, 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 confusing, not really confusing, but a bit hard, a bit difficult. Yes, that's because, and it's fast. That's because I want you to do it yourself. I want you to make it yourself. So when you've gotten the first one, I'm not going to show you how the step-by-step process for the other images. So that you can figure it out yourself. So let's go back to the video. While we're still in the video, um, I'm just going to duplicate some of the light effects and apply it. Like this one now, I like this one. I'm going to put it at the top. So to make it more realistic, which is there, I'm still going to duplicate it one more time, which is Ctrl plus J. You can use Ctrl plus J. And I want to go down to this same images, which is the last one. Right click and create clipping marks. I don't want the lights to reflect on the guy behind. I just want it to reflect on the image, the first image. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. I'm just going to add one more light to come from the bottom. Yes, that's perfect. So I duplicated the light and added it to the bottom part. The bottom part. So I want to add in the right up. Excuse me. So I'm going to paint a brush tool. I will use brush tool and then change the color to black. Change the color to black. Um, I'm changing the font to Vasta Gotex. That's the name of the font. I'm just going to add some designs just to make it look um I'm just going to add some write up to it just to make it look more better. So that's that for how to add the light effect. So if there's any other tutorial you want me to make, please feel free to drop it in the comment section. And I'm just going to add this basketball to make it realistic, and I'm going to press right click and rasterize. I'm going to press Ctrl plus U to add effect. I'm resizing it now to add life, to make the basketball more colorful, the colors to be bright and balanced. So Ctrl plus U would do that for us. So after adjusting, Ctrl plus U, increase the saturation to like 40 or 50%, whatever you're comfortable with. I'm using 47. I think that the colors is now better than it was. So I'm going to duplicate this and take it behind and reduce the size. I'm reducing the size, reducing the size, and also I want to take it behind the guys. I'm going to take it behind him, and then let me twist Ctrl T, and I'm going to rotate it and also make it a little bit blur. I want to make it blur. Filter, go to blur, go to Gaussian blur, and play with it till you're comfortable with the size the blur ratio you want. So click on OK, and here we go. Here we go. That's it. I'm going to reduce the size. We've gotten our light effect for this design. So stop making boring designs. You can use this to enhance your design, and please don't do too much. Don't do too much. Okay, so please don't forget to give me a follow on Instagram. Don't forget to give me a follow on Twitter and on Facebook. The links are in the description. Thank you.